Welcome back to another episode of the best iOS games of the week. Today we've got some great games I'm sure you're going to love to play, so without further ado, let's get started. Contract Killer Sniper is the latest instalment in the Contract Killer series, and certainly won't leave you disappointed. In Contract Killer Sniper, you play as a master assassin who has been hired to infiltrate secure locations and eliminate high-profile targets. To help you on your missions, you'll be able to use sniper rifles, Tesla guns, assault rifles, heavy guns, rocket launchers, throwing knives, medkits, armour, and so much more. As it stands, you'll be able to enjoy 250 missions, each offering their own unique obstacles that you'll have to overcome in order to complete the mission. What's great about Contract Killer Sniper is that the environments you do your missions in will always change, as your missions will take place across the world. Despite this game featuring in-app purchases to buy extra gold, it really is a thoroughly enjoyable game that I'm sure you'll love. And don't forget to remember the number one rule, always honour the contract. Day of the Viking is a great new game from Adult Swim, where you'll have to protect your castle and princess by any means necessary. In order to do this, you'll have to command your archers to take out individual targets, slingshot boulders, exploding barrels, and even pigs in an attempt to prevent the Vikings from coming any closer to your castle. But that's not all. As you progress through the game, the Vikings will get smarter and begin to build slides, shields, and moving war machines to help get past your defences. As it stands, there are currently 80 assault missions, 10 challenge levels, and also 40 trophies. So as you can imagine, there's quite a lot to keep you busy within Day of the Viking. If you decide to download this game, just remember one thing: don't let them in your castle at all costs. If you've ever played Device 6 or Yearwalk, you'll be glad to know that the developer has now released a great new game, The Sailor's Dream. The Sailor's Dream is an immersive, peaceful narrative experience where you'll be exploring an ocean dream world filled with forgotten islands, where you'll have to wander around various buildings and interact with interesting objects to help piece together memories. Although The Sailor's Dream is more of an interactive visual storybook than a game, with the stunning visuals, wonderful songs, and also the amazing experience it will give you, it's certainly worth downloading. And to really enjoy the full experience The Sailor's Dream has to offer, I highly recommend you play it with your headphones in. Doodle Jump DC Superheroes is the latest game in the Doodle Jump series, but this time you'll have to play as Doodle, aka Batman, and try your best to help save Gotham whilst attempting to get the highest score possible. If you're not familiar with Doodle Jump, your aim is to simply tilt your device left or right to jump to platforms that are above you to get as high as you possibly can without dying, all in the bid to get a great high score. You'll also be able to shoot enemies along the way, and considering this is the DC Superheroes edition, you'll come face to face with the Penguin, Mr. Freeze, the Joker, and the Riddler. But don't worry if you get hit by one of the enemies or fall off a platform, as you'll have the opportunity to use your grapple to save yourself from certain death. Throughout the game, you'll be able to collect crystals to help upgrade your jetpack, shield, trampoline, batcopter, and also use them to give you a head start. So if you're a fan of the original Doodle Jump or just love anything Batman, this game is definitely worth checking out. Up next we've got Bitcoin Billionaire, which is personally my favourite game of the week. On the face of it, Bitcoin Billionaire seems like a very simple game that could get boring extremely quickly, but you'd be surprised. As you play the game, it won't take you long to realise just how fun and addictive Bitcoin Billionaire actually is. Your aim throughout the game is to tap the screen to mine virtual bitcoins to increase your wealth. As you increase your wealth, you'll be able to spend your bitcoins on upgrading your apartment with items like modern art, an aquarium, an arcade machine, and so much more. To mine even more virtual bitcoins, you'll be able to make smart investments, and although they will cost you a lot to begin with, they will actually earn you a lot more in the long run. With drones dropping packages full of goodies, emails full of great surprises, and loads of quests for you to fulfill, there's always something to do within this game to keep you busy. Bitcoin Billionaire is currently free to play, so I definitely recommend you download it right now. Well, at least after you finish watching this video. Mr. Particle Man is an exciting fast-paced action arcade game that may seem simple to begin with, but you'd be quite surprised by just how hard some of the levels are. In the game, you'll be controlling the pinball with a moustache, with the simple aim to reach the exit. And in order to do this, you'll have to flick Mr. Particle around the level, whilst avoiding deadly obstacles, dashing past enemies, and battling challenging bosses. What I personally love about this game is just how complex some of the levels can get as you progress through the game, so you'll have to create your own strategies and have great timing skills. At the time of creating this video, there are over 100 unique levels, so Mr. Particle Man will certainly keep you busy for quite some time. If you've ever played a game called Monkey Boxing, you'll be glad to know that the developers have now released a great new game, Monkey Racing. Monkey Racing is a thoroughly enjoyable arcade racing game that has a simple aim: to win each race by any means necessary. Not only will you have to use your ultimate racing skills to win each race, but you'll also have the added help in the form of missiles, shockwaves and shields. Throughout the game, you'll be able to play over 80 tracks, defeat 18 bosses, unlock 89 achievements, and also customise your vehicle to make it even faster. Although Monkey Racing won't necessarily offer you anything unique in terms of arcade racing games, it will certainly bring you a lot of fun and keep you entertained for hours to come, so with that in mind, it's certainly worth giving it a try. Known as an addictive fast-paced game that will put your reaction skills to the ultimate test. Your aim is to simply tap the clock when the hand spins around to noon, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Firstly, the hand of the clock will only spin around for a limited amount of time, and if you don't stop the clock in time, the game is over. Secondly, as the game progresses, you'll have to control and stop 4 individual clocks which all spin at various speeds, making the game even harder. But remember, it's just a game, so try and stay calm, even though that's easier said than done. So if you're looking for an enjoyable game to kill some time, this is certainly it. Our first notable mention for this week is Super Secret Service. Our second notable mention is Perfect Squares. Our third notable mention is The World of Warriors. Our fourth notable mention is 1-Bit Hero. So that's it for this week. If you liked any of these games, be sure to let us know by writing it down in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.